From the Plymouth Ice Center, it's CCX coverage of the 2024 Turkey Trot. And tonight we have game number 2 of the Turkey Trot with the Wayzata Trojans playing the home team against the Moorhead Spuds. Hi, welcome everybody, along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, I know you're a big hockey guy, I'm a big hockey guy. Moorhead, Wayzata, you just saw Maple Grove and Edina. It doesn't get much better than that.
Well, I love this tournament. You get top 10 teams in the tournament, and it's fun to watch. They come in and you get good hockey. You don't get beginners here.
Some of the best games in the state are taking place right here this weekend in this arena and on CCX, and we're excited to bring it to you. So tonight's game, the Moorhead Spuds, coming off what was kind of a disappointing season last year from the Spud standard, the 13-13-2, so a very average 500 team, didn't get to the state tournament, in fact, didn't get to the section championship, lost in the semis to Elk River. Now, it's Moorhead, it's reload time. All the seniors won a state championship as Bantams, and so did the sophomores. This team, they don't plan on losing the section semifinals anymore.
No, they're coming back here. I tell you what, a 13-13 sticks in your craw here a little bit, and I know they're feeling it. They'll come out here firing. This is a good opportunity for themselves to reset themselves too in this tournament.
So Moorhead comes back with a lot of players with some high school experience and a couple of sophomores with tremendous Bantam experience, but this will be their first game on the big stage here tonight, and we're excited to see that. Wayzata, on the other hand, awesome regular season last year, great record, 23-3-2, fantastic record. Didn't quite get it done, fell to the state champions, Edina, in the section championship, but they lost a lot of players. Wayzata, being the size it is, great youth program, they're trying to reload as well, but they lost a lot of goal scoring from last year's team.
Oh, they really did. They lost their top 5, but I'll tell you what, it's a reload situation, how to rebuild here in Wayzata. Their youth program has been in contention for state championships and scores all the way up. So they're not going to miss much. You're going to see a really good Wayzata team.
Moorhead, there's a lot of players to focus on here tonight, but we're going to start with this player, Tyler Bergeson, out of Moorhead. He's the leading goal scorer from a year ago, 20 goals for the Spuds last year. He'll be playing on one of the top lines for Moorhead. We expect big things from him across the board for Moorhead.
Well, yeah, every team's got their stars, and you got to depend on them, especially to get you off the hub here at the beginning of the season. Something's got to happen, and that's the guys you go to get you started.
Moorhead last year only averaged 3 goals per game, giving up just about 3 goals per game. So they're looking for some of these dynamic offensive players to boost it up a little bit, and Tyler will be one of those players. For Wayzata, we're going to focus on the blue line here tonight. Finn St. Hubert, very good player for Wayzata, earned the nickname last year during Hockey Day Minnesota, Finn Diesel. He's got some strength to his game, big, strong defenseman. Only put 1 puck in the back of the net last year, but had a lot of assists.
When you got a name like Finn St. Hubert, you got to be good, and he is. He's rough and tough, solidifies the defense. You don't get any freebies with him.
Wayzata is a team that had to replace a lot of goal scoring, like I said. Had to get rid of, they only have 30 goals coming back on this team this year in terms of career goals. It's Wayzata and Moorhead. It's a top 10 matchup here on CCX for the 2000 Turkey Trot, and we drop the puck next.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Welcome back to the Plymouth Ice Center. It's Moorhead versus Wayzata, game 2 of the 2024 Turkey Trot. The Hornets victorious in the first game against Maple Grove, along with Dan Fick and Joe Moline back here, and we are excited for this one. The Spuds, anytime they come to town, it's just a fun team to watch, great tradition, and we have that opportunity here tonight against the Wayzata Trojans.
Well, this will be a good chance for them to get going too. A disappointing season last year. They got to make some amends. Boy, I can't tell you, this is a great place to do it right now. I think we're going to have an outstanding game here.
Ryan Pellinger getting his first varsity start for the Wayzata Trojans in nets tonight. And on the opposite end, he'll be playing against Charlie Stenjem, getting his third appearance as a varsity goaltender as Wayzata enters the offensive zone here. It's George Erickson, and he puts a shot deflected up and out of play. 14 seconds in, we have our first whistle of the game, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for these Wayzata Trojans. Playing center and captaining this Moorhead team, Brooks Cullen, son of former NHL hockey player and St. Cloud Strait great Matt Cullen. And this Cullen, Brooks just announced his commitment to Michigan State, where he will eventually play his college hockey. Wayzata on the offense, working the puck back to the point. A shot there. That one whistles high over the net. Off the stick of George Erickson. Now along the wall, it's Day St. Hubert ringing around, keeping it in there as Erickson. He'll toss it back in, and then Day St. Hubert keeps it down low. The two defensemen. Now a one-timer in front. Great opportunity there from Eli Moldy, one of the captains of the Trojans, as he was fed beautifully and put it right on goal. Early test for Stenjem, who was up to the task. Now the puck goes back into the Wayzata zone. Back to get it there is Erickson. He plays it up the wall. And skating the puck up and out of the zone is Carbonero. Lost it. Spuds get it back, and they'll break it up the near side. Zimmerman through the neutral zone. Gives it up there to Mason Kraft, who will toss the puck into the zone and go for a line change like his line mates earlier had done so. Now Trojans play the puck into the goal. Stenjem out to play it for Moorhead. He'll swing it around the boards, looking there for Default. Default gets it to the line. Linesman says it's good, as Wayzata dumps it back in and continues on the forecheck. Turnover there by the Spuds, and a shot from the point easily handled by Stenjem off the stick of Maddox Ballon.
Whoa, a little bit of a pace here so far in this game. We got a good opportunity here to get a good shot at this shot up front. Boy, nice setup there. Blind pass into the middle, caught the stick, and got a good shot off.
Wayzata coming out here now with McCoy Kurtz taking the face-off for what they call the third line for the Trojans. Kurtz plays it forward, and it's scooped up there by Simonovich. Up and out of the zone. This is Evan Warner into the zone. Warner down the middle. Tried to find his winger on the left side, and Wayzata defends that one nicely. Now the puck trickles on goal, and Finde St. Hubert will play it up through the neutral zone. Nice long lead pass. Good defense there by Simonich inside the zone of Moorhead, and here comes Zimmerman down the right side. Backdoor feed, and a backhander right on.
Oh.
And Pellinger makes his first big stop of the night.
Whoa, nice stop here. Great play by Moorhead. The Spuds just came flying into the zone here. Good passing right there and got him free. Got inside, and boy, what a great glove save. Stayed with him all the way.
Zimmerman found Tyler Bergeson, who he featured as the leading scorer on last year's Spuds team. He'd snuck behind the defense, showed some of that scoring prowess he showed last year as a sophomore, and nearly got the Spuds on the board. Boy, two big saves by the opposing goalies so far, keeping this a scoreless game.
And Bergeson already with 20 goals this year. I mean, that's the guy you want with the puck.
Brooks Cullen's line back on the ice. Top line for Moorhead. Watched a little bit too much of that Maple Grove game before this one. Here come the Trojans up and out of the zone. Carson Clark does a good job to avoid the check, throws a puck on. It kind of caught Stenjem up along the shoulders, and now Moorhead sends the puck up and out of play, just 2 rows down from us. And the fan got his hands on it, protected his daughter. Nice job, Dad.
You sure they weren't shooting at you, Joe? What the heck?
I know I wouldn't have been able to get my hands up that quick, so I'm glad he missed if it was. There's the records from a year ago for Moorhead, 13-13-1 overall. And you see that the goals, I mean, just very even Steven across the board. This is a Spuds team that was very young a year ago, but there was no panic up there in Moorhead because while it was a trying year, they're doing so well at the youth level that no one's worried. As I said, Bantam champions a year ago and Bantam champions 3 years ago. So the senior class and the sophomore class both hoisting the big trophy right before you get to the high school. Trojans back to get the puck inside their own zone. It's Ballon. Now a turnover. Puck ends up right out in front, and it was a good chance there for the Spuds, as Mason Kraft was almost able to handle it, but couldn't quite corral.
You know, even so, Joe, the top 3 scorers from Moorhead are on this team from last year, so they didn't lose too much as far as firepower.
Asbargen brings it down, leaves it for Kraft. Now Kraft trying to find Cullen on the back door, had his pass denied. Now Kraft's going to get called for a penalty. Went into the corner, pushed Cullen Bierman from behind. And we'll have our first look at special teams as Kraft will get the gate. A little cross check with 13:24 to go.
Well, last year Wayzata had a pretty good power play, almost hitting 30% on their tries there, and 27.9 is good, so this could be a bad sign for the Spuds right now. They might get down 1-0 here. The Spuds have killed off penalties very well.
Centering the power play unit here will be Eli Moldu, one of the captains of the Trojans, as the puck goes back behind the goal. Ludke plays it up to the point, now skating it towards the middle. That's Clark. Clark down the left side, backdoor feed, and the one-timer just went off the stick of Moldy, not clean. Erickson gets away from Bergeson. Now Erickson tries to backhand through the slot area. That pass deflected, but still controlled by the Trojans. Clark, there's Erickson with a shot on. Rebound right in front for Moldy, and he couldn't quite find it. Now it's Spuds the other way. Bergeson 1-on-3 on the shorthanded opportunity. His shot flings into the corner. Dave St. Hubert brings it across the neutral zone. Go ahead, Dan.
Gave enough time for a change for the Spuds, and they needed one.
All right, 1:10 to go in the power play now. Trojans gaining control. Blonde will toss it far corner. And it's rimmed around and out of the zone by Moorhead, so they'll ice the puck as Wayzata will try to regroup. We'll see if they get members of the second power play unit on. Up the left wing they come. It's Sauer giving it off to Kurtz. Kurtz behind the goal. Kurtz goes down as he's pressured back there by Dufault. Dufault being very physical and aggressive on the kill. Puck goes back to the point. Now it's Ballon, walks it to the middle. Now Ballon gets it back. Near side shot on the one-timer from Pyle. Handled cleanly by Stenjem. Moorhead plays it to the line. Good keep there by Ballon for a moment, but couldn't keep it ultimately. And they regroup now with Pyle. Pyle into the offensive zone. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Pyle surveys to the top of the circle. Still hanging on to it. Now to the right circle he goes. He's going to take a second trip around the offensive zone. Plays it back to the point. Shot gets blocked in front. Good skate there by Clark. And Moorhead's first penalty of the season has been successfully killed as Kraft is out of the box. Now it's Cullen. Cullen tries to split the D, and good aggressive play there from Pellinger to come out and play it and get that offensive chance from the Spuds denied.
Well, good move by the Spuds there. Got a good kill, and then they got a good attempt at an attack there. But great shot there. Good save on the pad. They got it just across in time, coming the other way.
Wayzata gets 4 shots on the power play, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard in the big number column. To the point it goes. Moorhead will control it, calling for it back at the point, and pushing it back down low was Simonich. Simonich is going to get a lot of playing time here tonight. Coach Ammerman kind of tipped his cap a little bit yesterday in a conversation I had with him. He said he's a sophomore, a little undersized, but boy, the kid can play hockey and really has command of the puck. And yeah, he's already been out there a bunch here to start the game. Wayzata will play it up and out of the zone. Good clean break out there, but they lose the puck at the neutral zone as it goes off the stick of Peterson. Trojans, however, dump it back in. Simonich leaves it there for Atari. Good clean breakout again. Here comes Cullen with Kraft on his left. Tried to buy some time and find him. Good defensive effort from the Trojans. Back up and out of the ice comes DeVig for Moorhead, but now it's the Trojans who play it back in. DeVig will retreat behind his own goal. He gets away from F1. Has his pass deflected, and into the zone comes Zimmerman on it. Leaves it there for Bergeson. Bergeson back now to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's pass defended well and knocked out of the zone there by Ludke. Here they come, right back on the attack. Centering feed onto the ice comes Evan Warner. Warner will toss it into the corner. Picked up there by Zimmerman. Up, skipped over his stick, and Wayzata's able to get the puck out. They'll dump it in, and the backside for Wayzata will get a line change. Breakout feed by Mickelson up to Warner. Warner's pass intercepted for a moment. Spuds trying to get the puck deep as there's a battle on the far side of the ice. And Wayzata ultimately comes away with it. Clark goes rink wide. His pass hit some traffic. Still ended up with a maybe chance for Schmidt. Schmidt kind of got held up a little bit there. And now into the zone comes Zimmerman down the right side. He's looking for some help. He finds some in Bergeson. Bergeson centers it. Jumps over the stick in front of Default, who came down from the blue line. And Wayzata will just get this puck out. They needed a little bit of rest there. A lot of players towards the end of their shift. They'll take the icing, get a couple of those players off the ice, and we'll have a face-off inside the Wayzata zone. 8:39 to go in this opening period. Shots right now 5-2 in favor of the Trojans. We take a look at the Wayzata season last year. As I said, it was nearly a magical season. The only problem is Edina was in their section.
Yep, got them good. They thought they had a good shot at getting the state, and boy, I'll tell you, Edina really turned it on in that tournament, though. They didn't look that good all year, but boy, when they know when to turn it on. But don't think that isn't sickening Wayzata's head here.
Wayzata had played Edina well. You know, they split in the regular season, and Wayzata was really the team that played Minnetonka the best.
Yes.
They really gave Minnetonka all they could handle. Bouncing puck and into the net. Crashing the net, and a little bit of a dirty goal as the Trojans get on the board first here.
Working on that rebound. There ain't nothing wrong with standing in front of the net, and they got a gift, and they put it away.
Tate Rader getting the goal. Take a look. Fourth line for the Trojans. They come on, throw a puck on goal. Rader goes to the net. Doesn't even get much of it, but gets enough.
I think it got skate here, to be honest with you. Yeah, it got skate, but that stick got in the way. He didn't intentionally do it. That's going to count.
That's why I don't think he celebrated too much right away. He thought, this one's coming back.
Could be trouble.
Torrey Schmidt gets the assist as he got the opening shot.
Man, we got an icing call here. I tell you, the Trojans are looking to work their way back. They want to... I think they got a goal in mind. I think Pat's got himself a really good hockey team this year. And after a 23-win season last year, I think he's looking to build on that. Veteran team. They only got 2 sophomores joining this team for Wayzata.
Bierman also gets the assist for the Trojans, so it ends up being Rader, Schmidt, and Bierman. The fourth line for the Trojans in their very first shift of the game. They get out there, get a shot on goal, crash the net, and get a goal. What do you know? Wayzata's up 1-0. Let's see how the Spuds respond. Down in shots, 7-2 here. But a lot of play in the offensive zone. The shots are more a reflection of that power play Wayzata had.
Yes.
Trojans play the puck up to the neutral zone. Handled there by Utari. And into the neutral goes Herman. Herman loses the puck. And Wayzata coming back in on the attack. Peterson gets to the puck and plays it down in the corner. Waiting for it there is Kurtz. Kurtz will cycle it down low. Puck gets played out of the zone by Moorhead now, and this one should be icing. And indeed it is by Max Cullen. Faceoff comes back inside the Moorhead zone. 7:22 remaining with the Trojans up with that 1-0 lead.
Well, good movement back and forth. I'll tell you, there's good flow in this game right now. And I got to ask you a question. Have you ever known a Moorhead team without a Cullen on it?
It's been a while, and it's going to be a while unless more of them keep on. They got the best Bantam in the state. Matt Cullen's youngest son, Joey Cullen, is the best Bantam forward probably in the state up there in Moorhead, and they're the best team in the state. Offensive zone face-off for Wayzata. Cruz Sauer battles for it. Now Moorhead chips it to center. And back to get the puck there for the Trojans was Neuenfeld as Wayzata dumps it back in, and they'll go on the chase. Up the left wall it goes. and chipped out of the zone by Warner. Trojans will take up, go back in on the attack. Handling it there is Mickelson behind his goal. Mickelson, long pass up to the neutral zone, was trying to find Zimmerman, and that one missed.
Well, I like the fact they're trying to stretch things out a little bit too. That'll break down that Wayzata forecheck and try and, back them off a little bit. That's been really tough tonight for, so far the Trojans have really pressed hard.
Staff for Moorhead wanting that icing to be called off, saying it went off a stick. As we take a look at one of the assistants for Moorhead, their head coach, John Ammerman, was planning on being here as late as yesterday, but today his family expecting a baby here soon. It kind of sped itself up a little bit, and he was like, I'm not going to be at the game. Things kind of changed here on the home front. So capable of assistance, as he's got longtime assistant with them, who we just showed right there in Tony Kunka. But we also have Matt Cullen, a guy that knows a little bit about hockey on the bench as well.
Just a bit.
And father of the senior captain, Brooks Cullen. Matt Cullen, unique situation. He's got, I said that, he's got a senior playing here. He's got another kid playing at the United States Development Program as a sophomore who should be on the ice here today, but he's out there getting it done for Team USA. And then he's got I think he might be a junior. I have to look at the grades, but then Joey, being a freshman Bantam, one of the best Bantams in the state. Matt Cullen's the coach of that team as well. So he's coaching both Bantams and high school hockey this year and making it happen. Race for the puck, good chance here for Wayzata, and a goal! Max Ludke puts the Trojans up 2-0.
Boy, Ludke came in real tight, got his stick on the inside, which helped him a lot. He could pick a better corner coming in as you look here. When we take a look at it coming in, but he really made it count there, boy. Got in free, got an opening, and then ripped it up into the corner after he got a good look at it. We'll see the movement here, and the stick's on the inside, and just got that upper right-hand corner. Beautifully done. Boy, Moorhead right now is getting in a little bit of trouble right now.
Brady Steffen was the defenseman who went down, just kind of racing for that puck with Ludke. 2-goal lead now for the Trojans. Eli Moldy getting the assist for Wayzata. For Moldy, that's his 10th career assist. Came into this season with 8 goals and 9 career assists. As Wayzata plays the puck cross center, they'll dump it in. Wayzata's been very, smart with the puck. They've played the puck deep when they don't have the numbers, and they've tried to attack when they do. Moorhead chips it to center, and here comes Cullen. Hasbargen trying to find Kraft. Kraft had to go off his skates, controlled there now by Ballon. Trying to get it back from Peterson, and then they dump it in. Gaining control is Hatari, and the Spuds will dump the puck all the way down. Another icing coming up on Moorhead with 5:03 to go in the opening period. Wayzata ahead here with the big, strong home crowd here at the Plymouth Ice Center. There's a lot of eager fans to see this Trojan team and get behind the Trojans, as there's Tony Kunka, the assistant coach for the Spuds, and jumping into the head roll here this weekend.
Well, right now the high school hockey eyes are on this tournament right now. You got 4 teams in the top 10 in this tournament, but you don't get too many looks like that in a tournament.
Wayzata also has a winter tournament here that ends up bringing a lot of awesome teams to the rink. That takes place right after Christmas as well. So I kind of talked to both coaches about this. The real neat thing that's going on here in high school hockey is coaches are caring less about the wins and losses, and just they're scheduling really tough games. And they said that's what the parents want, that's what the kids want, that's what the coaches want, and certainly the fans want it. Moorhead trying to get the puck out of the zone there. Zimmerman takes a hit, but still gets it out across ice to DeVig. DeVig throws it into the zone, back on the forecheck because Zimmerman. He finds Warner in front, who fanned on it. Battle for it in the corner. Warner plays it to the point, and it's dumped right back down low by Mickelson. Now to the point for Mickelson again, handles it on his backhand, but it's scooped up there. And out comes Sauer. Sauer down the left wing. Shot put on goal. Rebound pushed aside. Now dumped near corner. And now some steam. Bergeson down the right side. 3-on-3 as he enters the zone. Great defensive effort though, as Clark turns it back the other way for the Trojans. Nice little lead pass. Shot right on there. Good looking chance for the Trojans as Cruz Sauer had a good look.
The Trojans got some good flow, Joe. They're really moving the puck well to each other. They're not skipping a beat at all. They don't have to slow down.
Rebound sitting out front there off the stick from Clark, but nobody home for the Trojans. Centering feed and chipped off the center of the glass and out of the zone by DeVig. Moorhead, you can tell when things aren't quite flowing your way when you're taking this many icings. And you know, this is about the third or fourth icing here in the last 5 minutes. Moorhead spending a lot of time in their defensive zone. Wayzata feeling that momentum, and they took that power play where they kind of got a lot of offensive zone time, and then it's been all Trojans since. They didn't score, but they really used it as an opportunity to get some momentum.
Well, it's kind of early in the season too. You're going to find out who's got legs and who doesn't have legs. Nobody's in mid-season form here right now.
Well, and one thing Coach Ammerman had mentioned in our discussion was that he wanted to see his team battle a little bit harder and win more battles without the puck. And I think that's what you're seeing right now is Wayzata's winning a lot of those 50-50 pucks, the ones that, you know, Moorhead's coaching staff was a little bit concerned about with this team. He loves the way they play with the puck. He wants to see them play a little bit better trying to get the puck. 3-on-2 for the Trojans. That one just went off the stick a little bit too far for Ludke.
Probably should have just taken the shot there instead of trying to pass it off. And you'll see a lot of that in early season hockey where they'll try to pass it and did that extra pass rather than taking the shot when it's presented to them.
Offsides from the Spuds, and they're going to bring it back to all the way back to their blue line because of where the pass had come from. 10 shots on the board now for the Trojans, 3 for Moorhead. It's been a while since they've tested Ryan Pellinger. Had a big breakaway save, but it's been a while since he's seen a real uptight shot. Now it's Warner trying to get down the middle, feeds Bergeson. That shot just missed wide as he tried near side post. And when you're struggling to get shots, you got to hit the net on chances like that. Moorhead on the regroup. Looking up ice is Simonich. Comes Warner into the zone, left side again. Another missed opportunity for Moorhead as they miss the net. Simonich will get the partner pass. Goes up the middle. Bergeson takes a hit, but still gets it over to Warner. Warner down the left side. He's going to draw a penalty as he got around the defense. And getting the gate here will be Cullen Bierman defending off the effort from Warner.
It actually wasn't that bad a penalty, Joey. I mean, they were setting up real nice here, and he tried hard to get it going, but he had to pull it down because they had a 2-on-1 roll in there. Well, I guess not really. They recovered pretty good. Never mind, folks. Get a good look at Pat O'Leary, his 14th season as the head coach of the Wayzata Trojans. One of the better Gopher hockey players in his time.
Oh, a feed right in front there from Kraft to Bergeson, and they just missed on that attempt. To the point it goes as it rims around. Zimmerman back down low to Kraft. Kraft will skate this one to the middle. Oh, good stick there on the defense from Moldy. Causes the Spuds to have to leave the zone and regroup. Now it's Kraft. Goes right into the heart of the defense. To the point it goes. Zimmerman to the middle. Zimmerman gets it back. Now gives it off to Mickelson. Mickelson goes left side. Down low it goes. Cullen backhands one over the goal. Zimmerman regroups. Top of the near circle. His space taken away nicely by Moldy. Good shift from the captain from the Trojans on the kill. 30 seconds to go in the period. 1:02 to go in the penalty to Bierman. Moorhead. Oh, that should be offsides. Bergeson stick-handed left the zone. I think they might have missed that one. 15 seconds to go in the period. Race for the puck in the near corner. Battling to the wall it goes, and Wayzata is able to chip it out. Nice play there defensively by O'Donnell for the Trojans. That'll pretty much do it for the period. 5 seconds to go. Moorhead will try one last stretch pass. Cullen down the right side again. Defended well, as quickly taking the space away was Mason Clark. So, boy, you couldn't script a better period for Wayzata to come out here, have so many kids playing in their first high school game, and put together a very nice period here. Up 2-0 after the first 17 minutes.
Definitely dominated the first half of the period. Moorhead came back and, kind of evened it out a little bit. So I think they're settled in now. That first game of the year, Joe, is always tough. You don't know what you're going to quite get.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to hear from Jay Wilcox, who's going to catch up with one of the coaches from that Spud coaching staff. You're watching the 2024 Turkey Trot here on CCX. We'll be back for more.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
And we'll head down to Jay Wilcox, who's standing by with one of the coaches for the Moorhead Spuds.
Thanks, Joe. And Tony, not really the first period the Spuds were looking for. I think that's fair to say. What did you see out there?
Well, I think Wayzata came out very, very hard. We knew they were going to work hard. They worked very hard in this building, and Pat is a good coach. The team is well coached, and we got to match their intensity a little bit. They won a lot of battles that we didn't. And if we can simplify ourselves and get a good start on this power play, we'll be okay.
Yeah, how big was that to maybe get that power play to just change the momentum a little bit?
Maybe just change momentum and settle us down a little bit. Now we'll go in the room and talk about it. And we do have a veteran team, but it is the first game, and the guys are gripping the sticks a little too tight, maybe trying to do a little bit too much. So hopefully we can simplify it, amp our work ethic up a little bit, and let the second, third take care of themselves.
Coming into tonight, how did things look for the Spuds and your practices and scrimmages overall? Were you feeling good?
We like our team. Again, we bring back a lot of guys. We like our team. We do need to continue to work. We need to continue to compete, and hopefully we find that recipe here as this game wears on.
All right, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the night and tomorrow as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Moorhead trailing Wayzata by a score of 2-0 after the opening period here at Plymouth Ice Center. We'll be back with more of our live coverage of CCX Turkey Trot Hockey in just a moment.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center, our first intermission of Game 2 tonight. Wayzata leading Moorhead 2-0, and another top team this year should be the Rogers Royals, and Dave Brown, their head coach, joins us. Tell me about Rogers Hockey. I see you're coming in at number 3 this year. How are you feeling about your team?
Yeah, we had a good first game last night against Andover. find some things to work on and some short-term goals, even though you always have that long-term goal in the back of your mind.
Prior to playoff time, tell me about the Northwest Suburban this year. How do things shake up? Who's going to be battling for the top spot?
Yeah, Andover's going to be good. Maple Grove's always there. Centennial has an unbelievable goalie. Champlain Park has an elite first line and a good D-core coming back. We obviously let one slip away from a conference standpoint at Totino last year. So, I think Spring Lake Park and Coon Rapids have a ton of confidence right now. So I would say it's a very deep conference this year, and every team will be tested throughout the year. It's a lot of parity.
Dave, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck this year with Rogers Hockey.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, Dave Brown, the head coach of the Rogers Royals, rated number 3, right ahead of Moorhead, coming in preseason in Class AA. We'll be right back with more of our coverage here. First intermission of the CCX Turkey Trot Game 2. Wayzata leading Moorhead 2-0.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
We're back at Plymouth at the Plymouth Ice Center, and it is the home of the Trojans, and they are giving the home crowd everything they wanted here through 17 minutes. First period stats and highlights coming up here. Let's take a look as early on, Wayzata got a little bit of offensive pressure. Good cycle down low resulted in this great chance from Eli Moldy, and he was denied on the doorstep by Stenjum. On the other side, it was Ryan Pellinger denying the great effort from Tyler Bergerson from Moorhead. Now it's a one-timer in front, good scrum in front. Stenjum makes another save, and Wayzata was not able to get anything past the Moorhead goaltender until this one right here. Shot on goal, crashing the net, and getting his first varsity goal. Tate Rader scoring for the Trojans, putting them up 1-0, and then a nice little race for the puck. Too strong, too fast there, Max Ludke. He comes in and buries it for his 7th of his career. And the Trojans lead 2-0 after that one, and that's where we stand. 2-0, Wayzata in command of this one. Shots on goal 10-3 in favor of Wayzata, and scoring chances also in favor of Wayzata 4-1. Penalties, both teams took a penalty, and there is 35 seconds left in that Moorhead power play, so it's going to be important for them to see if they can win the faceoff and get on the attack quickly to start the second period. Ice is clean, refs are on the ice. We're going to take one last break, and we'll be back for second period action with the Spuds on the power play. You're watching the 2024 Turkey Trot on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Welcome back to the Plymouth Ice Center. We want to give a quick shout out to Elmar's New York Style Pizza, giving off what is an excellent style of pizza. It's that New York style slice, that big slice with a crunchy bottom. It's an excellent style pizza, and they are right here in the neighborhood of this arena. And you can order ahead, get a whole pizza, or you can even just stop by and grab a slice, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And I highly recommend it too. We had some right before our first games here. Oh, it was good. Go get some.
Once you have a slice of that, it's hard to go back to any kind of frozen pizza or your neighborhood joint.
Yeah, I agree.
And we need one of those Elmar's up near my house, because that is my favorite kind of pizza, that big New York style. Like it. All right, thank you very much for supplying the team here and fueling them up to do this doubleheader
Appreciate it
on
very much.
CCX. Everyone's very appreciative. Now it's power play time for Moorhead with 30 seconds to go here as they win the draw like they wanted to. And they'll bring the puck into the offensive zone. Down the side comes Zimmerman. Gets it back to Kraft at the point. Kraft will go back down low. Finds Brooks Cullen. Now back to Kraft. The two-play catch. Into the middle it goes for Mickelson. Now to Kraft. Kraft trying to go back door. He saw Bergerson creeping in on the back post. Kraft gets it back. His shot deflected up and out of play. Off the stick of Chris Pyle. Good defense there. 5 seconds remaining here in this power play for Moorhead. Wayzata will have a guy sneaking out of the box, so you got to be careful if you're the Spuds if you don't win this faceoff, or if there becomes a race for it.
Boy, we saw in the first game with Edina winning, at least 70% of the faceoffs. It's so key, and you keep control when you do that.
Brooks Cullen will take the draw for the Spuds. It gets poked to the point. Mickelson on the left point controls it, gives it off to Kraft, back to Mickelson, and Wayzata's now at full strength. One-timer high off the glass, held in nicely by DeVig, but now Trojans play the puck out. Chipped ahead by Mickelson. Cullen tried to take a swat at that one. And now finally with some control with the Spuds. Puck bounces over the stick of Kraft, and that will be icing on Moorhead. And the faceoff will come back down inside the Spud zone.
We saw more and more now too, especially in the first game, how important winning these faceoffs are. It allows you to set up and control, and it creates your attack here. This will be a big one right here.
Nice chip out there. That one's not going to quite make the distance for an icing, so good play by Moorhead to quickly get it out and get into the attack. Zimmerman plays it down low for Bergerson. Wayzata will play into the corner. After it goes sour and tipped in by O'Connell. Retreating as default. He tried to go reverse it, couldn't do so, but now it is Warner with some to Zimmerman. Back to Warner. Couldn't handle that pass on the near wall. Into the corner it goes. Waiting for it there is Zimmerman. Zimmerman brings it to the middle. Gets around one defender. Now tries to shoot some traffic in front. He had a nice screen there. And the puck was handled cleanly by Wayzata. Bergerson centers it out to a one-timer there. That went off a skate of the defenseman. And now it's default playing it back down low. Off the wall. It goes center feed. Bergerson gets two whacks at it. Puck is still loose. Warner couldn't get his backhand on it. Now a shot from the far dot. That one deflects wide off the stick of default. Simonich, he tries his luck from the point, and that one too hits a Trojan or two in front and travels up and out of play. Good looks from Moorhead. They quickly close the gap in that shooting deficit as they get 5 shots in this shift alone.
Just going after it and doing the right things, going right to the net, getting as many people in front, just couldn't get it through too many bodies. Good block shots by the Trojans.
Mickelson fakes the shot, plays it back down to the wing for Kraft, but Ludke wins that battle, which he's done a lot here tonight. Got the puck out of the zone. Now on the attack is Pyle. Pyle tries to center it, gets it right back on his stick, however. Cycles it back down low, Moldy after it. This is Wayzata's top line. Ludke, Pyle, Moldy. Bay St. Hubert has his shot blocked. Now a chance. Oh, great block shot. Effort play there from Zach DeVig to get down and block that one when Wayzata was on the doorstep.
Well, from 10 feet out, too, that was an excellent block. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Brooks Cullen corrals it. And that sent Hasbergen offside. So as they played the puck into the zone, it was tag-up time. And now Wayzata will tip it in. They'll get a line change as Ludke tips it. Quickly on to the ice, though, comes Pyle. Pyle stayed on the ice, rather. Pyle gets it. Plays it off the wall to himself. Still with the puck. Now gets checked along the wall and taken down there by Hutari. Battle on the far wall. Finally gets chipped out of the zone Trojans regrouping, and sending it back in is Neuenfeld. Moorhead will play it out. Kraft goes near side to Terry, who will dump the puck into the zone. And back to get it is DeVig. That backhander goes on goal, pushed aside by Pellinger. Now a shot from the point, from default, misses. Along the wall, gets played to the point. Simonich takes it from his backhand, walks the line, tries to get a shot on goal. Simonich calling for it again. Again, just very skilled offensive defenseman. Gets it again at the point, goes near side. Default, his shot gets blocked, but it still makes it in on goal. Where is it? And there it is. No goal. The whistle was definitely blown, but that puck, you just had a feeling it kind of wasn't covered. Just the way it looked and how everyone was acting, you had kind of an idea that the puck was likely loose.
Well, and they get so many bodies down there, it's tough to see, but boy, I'll tell you, they got there. And that's what you got to do. You got to get as many bodies in front of that net as you can.
You know, as I take a second look at that, I mean, Pellinger made an attempt. You saw him put his left paw down on the puck, and that's probably what the referee saw, but I don't know if he actually got it covered, if it squirted out from underneath. But nonetheless, referee made his call. Moorhead, a little bit of discussion with the official, but what are you going to do?
Well, the idea is once one of the refs loses sight of the puck somehow, they blow the whistle. And the other one could see it clearly, but if one loses sight of it, they blow it.
Moorhead with a little bit of spunk here now. Shots tied 10-10. They trailed 10-3 entering the period. So first 5 minutes, they're out shooting Wayzata 7-rip. Tipped in front, good looking chance. Bergeson again on the doorstep. Boy, Bergeson's going to get one here eventually. He's just too close. He's out there on the top of the crease. He's had his chances of the 11 shots. I think at least 4 or 5 of them are his. He's chomping at the bit.
Well, they've got to get the next goal. They can't let Wayzata get another one on them. But boy, they're doing the right things. They're getting people in front. They're getting sticks out there. And they're causing chaos in front of the Wayzata net.
The Wayzata defense looks like they lost eyes there on Bergeson. I mean, there were 3 guys watching the puck there, and Bergeson was just camped in front. Little 1-2-2 forecheck there from Moorhead, almost letting them kind of break down. Oh! That went off the stick of Warner and right onto the stick of a Trojan for a good look. Puck ends up at the point now and held in there by Clark, and he puts one on goal. And hanging on to that one is Moorhead goaltender. We'll reintroduce ourselves to Charlie Stenjem, who just hasn't seen any rubber here in this second period, and that's okay.
Yep.
He's probably okay with it. Made the save right there, gets a face-off inside his zone, but happy to watch some offense on the other side here in the second period. On the draw, Wayzata with some offense. They'll ring it around, back to the point. Day St. Hubert deciding to play the puck on the wall and chase after it. Coach O'Leary said he wants to see him get even more offensive a little bit. He's a very solid defensive player. They want to see if they can get him up in the offense a little bit this season. Here comes Brooks Cullen. Tries to get it down low. Jumping into the play there offensively was at Aiden Default. And Default, kind of backed his way on the goaltender, and the Trojans are not too happy about it. He did get a little aggressive, but he did so kind of wisely, where he wasn't pushing the goalie with his forehand. He was kind of backing into him with the backside. So it looked a little bit more unintentional. I think it might have been a little bit intentional. You can kind of see it right here. He's giving him a little.
Got that shoulder down a little bit.
He's trying to get to the puck, but there's a couple of good shots. Well,
things are heating up here a little bit, Joe. They're going to get.
Yeah, Day St. Hubert got away with a couple of little hands to the face right there, which weren't just little shoves either. Did you see one of the captains for the Trojans getting physical in front? They got him listed at 6'1", 195. He looks every bit of it.
And Moorhead letting the refs know they're not happy about the calls as they are. Even it out a little bit. It's got to be tough coming down here. They had a long day of travel and all that. Now they got to come down. They play the host team here on that, but they're ready to play.
Wayzata controls the faceoff. It's Day St. Hubert, beautiful pass. Headmans it up ahead for Pyle. Pyle down the left side, gets around the defenseman, gets his own rebound, they say no goal! Well, I thought Pyle had his own rebound for a 3-0 lead. Official was on top of it, quickly waved it off.
So were you. You did a great job on that one. I thought it was in.
I thought it was in for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Referee in good position there.
Oh, boy. It just had to look, maybe because he just had that open net, but yeah. Put it right off the post.
Quarter inch. That's all it would have taken.
Chris Pyle, how about the effort to get around the defenseman there? That was just pure effort.
Beautiful move.
Moorhead will get one Spud kicked out of the dot. And off the face-off now, Wayzata just missing that one. Creating an icing call and a face-off inside the offensive zone. Spuds with their third line onto the ice.
Well, Spuds are showing some fight back now. They realize it's been in the Wayzata zone quite a bit all of a sudden. Shots have evened up, 12-12 now.
Kurt's taking the defensive zone draw for the Trojans as the two third lines going up against each other here. Back behind the net it goes. And that's kicked out to the neutral zone. Controlled on the far side by Campbell. Campbell pinned up against the boards, and Wayzata comes away with it. Neuenfeld gets about 2 strides short of the red line and ices it.
Yeah.
Got to take that extra stride. I think his coaches is probably saying a little bit of the same thing.
Well, close only counts in horseshoes. You got to get it across that line. Well, now this is turning into an even battle here right now. It's been good. Face-offs are going to be really key here, I think.
Trojans scoop up this one. It's O'Connell racing into the offensive zone. Takes it right down the middle. And now controlling it is Zimmerman. Behind his goal, tried to find Warner, but the forecheck tipped that puck away. Now it's Huteri racing it out. His pass gets deflected up and out of play. Good job on the spacing there from Carson Clark. The Wayzata Trojan defensemen are not giving much real estate to the forwards for Moorhead. They're not letting them catch those neutral zone passes. They are up in there and getting their sticks on pucks.
Got to be careful with that a little bit, though. You could get caught, and all of a sudden there's a 2-on-1 going against you.
Under 10 to go here in the second period. Moorhead a much better period so far, but nothing to show for it yet in the goals column. Ferguson plays it to the point. That shot high and wide. Pushed back down low by default. Ferguson goes down low, skips under the stick of Warner. And Wayzata able to clear the zone for a moment before the Spuds push it back in. That's a weird carom down there, right where the Zamboni door is.
Yes.
It popped the puck out front, but nobody from the Spuds really in the area. And Clark will skate the puck into the zone. Spuds defense was ready and able. And now Moorhead back into the Wayzata zone. Bergeson playing catch with Zimmerman. Got it from Zimmerman, couldn't get it back to him. To the point. Nicholson down low. Bergeson looking back door for Zimmerman, and he was tied up.
They're working that back door from right to left there really well there. The Spuds are.
Ferguson trying to find Warner. Again, defended well there by Schmidt. And now this time Warner's able to get the puck deep into the zone. Wayzata tries to reverse. It got intercepted by Zimmerman. He fed it out front. Nobody home for the Spuds. And back comes Torrey Schmidt and the Trojans. Schmidt, his shot attempt blocked there by Mickelson. Now a puck goes in towards the goal, but it's a friendly fire as he hits Schmidt in front. Nicholson will backhand this one up in the air and out of the zone. Day St. Hubert retreats, gives it off to his partner Erickson, who goes rink wide, and it's deflected out of play by Moldy, who couldn't quite corral it. 8 minutes to go in the period. good, solid period. Not a lot of goal scoring. Doesn't bother me. I like goal scoring, but I like good hockey, and we're seeing good hockey.
Yeah, there's good flow. It's going back and forth. We can see the top 10 here. Got them all here in the tournament, by gosh. I love it.
So let's take a look here. We got a big matchup here, 2 versus 3 tomorrow. I know they talked to Coach Dave Brown. We couldn't hear it up here. Our headset doesn't allow us to hear that.
Yeah.
So I can imagine they talked about last night's victory over Andover. Rogers took care of business. A good, solid 2-1 win against Andover. They outshot them almost 2-1, but as we take a look at Wayzata's chance, it's Moldy down the left side and a great shot on goal. And Senjum's finding his way a little bit here in this second period with a great save and
got out and
quick
cut
cover.
down that angle really nicely. Didn't get much to shoot at.
He's got to be feeling good. I'm going to get back to my Coach Brown and Rogers because, I'm a Rogers apologist apparently to some people, but really just a Rogers fan. But anyways, was at that game last night, and Andover's a big physical team, young, but physical, big, and a great goaltender. Like Cash Cruitt's going to be the real deal. Big, solid goaltender. So if you're going to beat Andover, you're going to have to play pretty good defense yourself, and that's what Rogers did last night. Good workman-like 2-1 victory. You can't apologize for winning 2-1. Those are great wins. And they have their host Shakopee tomorrow night.
What's in the water up there? They seem to be producing goaltenders both on the girl and the boys side.
Saw a girl from Rogers last night had to stop 68 shots against Hill Murray. 68. Ow. She gave up 7, but she stopped 68.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that Hill Murray team I think is something else on the girls' side. So here comes Wayzata in on the attack. That shot right off Sinjin. Now it's Moldy on the rebound, controlling it. Gets it back to the point. Shot deflected into the corner. And now we'll have a whistle as I believe, what do we have here? We have a goalie losing a glove. You got to stop the play. You can't have a goalie without a glove on.
Oh, God, no.
Sinjin loses his catching mitt, and that will create a defensive zone face-off right when Moorhead had control. So not something they really wanted to happen. Moorhead had got control of the puck and were trying to head out of the zone. Face-off back inside now. Trickling puck into the slot. Moorhead controls, and here he is racing down the left side. And a good back check there as it was Michael Herman racing forward for the Spuds. Seamus Campbell down low for Moorhead, held in there by Simonich. Again, hits that weird little carom off that door. Puck doesn't do what you expected it to do. That should be offsides, yep.
Just didn't quite get across again.
Campbell on the regroup, not quite patient enough. And we'll have a face-off.
Do you think they're not fixing that door? I mean, it's been that way for years. I think they like it as just a little kink in the rink here.
Yeah, it's probably, if you think about it, Wayzata's offensive zone 2 times, right? If it was Wayzata's defensive zone, they might do something about it, right?
I wonder if there's some craftsmanship going on there too,
Yeah. 6:15 to go, second period. Wayzata 2-0 over Moorhead so far in this one. Tomorrow, Moorhead will play again. They get the 5 o'clock game tomorrow before they head out of town. Wayzata will play Maple Grove and Moorhead Edina tomorrow.
That should be a heck of a game. Both games should be pretty good, but it's really nice too that they give Moorhead that option of, okay, we'll schedule a game for you so you can actually come down and play, and we in the cities get a chance to see them, because we don't get a chance to see Moorhead at all, during the regular course of the season with where they're at.
Moorhead on the face-off, controls and rims it out of the zone. Day St. Hubert had left the zone. Got back to hold it back in. Bouncing puck. Day St. Hubert will take control of that one. Goes behind his net. Gets pinned up against the boards, looking for some help. Look at the strength. That just helps gets away from the forecheck. And Wayzata is clean out of the zone. Colbinero will dump it in. And again, not quite getting the red line before they send it down. Another icing call. And
I think they got away with a few earlier on, and all of a sudden the refs are catching up to it, because I think the Moorhead coaching staff talked to them about it.
Well, we saw early in the period Ryan Pellinger in his first varsity start, had to make some big saves in this second period to keep the 2-0 lead alive, and things have slowed down in this zone a little bit here now over the last few minutes, but he was very good early in the second period when they needed him to be. They're going to throw a few seconds left on the clock. The old clock person let the clock run for about 5 seconds after that icing, and someone was on top of it. Now the trick is adding that 5 seconds. We're going to see the skills of this clock guy.
I was always happy when I was running the clock over at Brooklyn Park. They had the manual right there.
There you go. He got it.
There you got it. Right on the money.
Under all that pressure, still able to come through. Brooks Cullen taking the offensive zone face-off for Moorhead, but he loses it. And Wayzata will play the puck up the left wing. Bergeson had intercepted but lost it quickly because Moldy was all over him. Now it's Wayzata, long pass. Moldy with a little back, behind the back pass to Ludke. Holding it in there is Balon. One-timer from the point, not much on that one from Clark, but still the Trojans control. Clark gets it back, over to Balon, walks it down, left circle, shot right on. St. Jim kicks the rebound into the corner. Now it's at the point. Clark fakes the shot, gives it off to Ludke. His attempt hits the back well. Held in now still. Now a chance for Moldy. He fires one over. Bouncing puck hit the top of the net, back on its way over, and it ended up right in the slot. Out comes Moorhead now. Default gets it out of the zone, but it will be icing on Moorhead. They couldn't quite get the red line. Wayzata turning the tide a little bit here in the second period. They've kind of owned the play the last few minutes, last few shifts. Seem to be knocking on the doorstep of getting that 3-goal lead, which obviously we all know it's a much different story. Ooh. Up 3 than 2. Clean game here in the second period. No penalties so far. Fair share of icings, but no penalties.
Been pretty good flow.
Nice defensive play to intercept that one by Simonich. He gets the Spuds up and out of the zone. That was not offsides. I thought he dragged his foot pretty well, but you know, whatever. Sure, the ref was right.
Well, they're evening it up because of a few they missed earlier on.
No, I'm probably not correct. I mean, you know, no one's yelling at him. I'm good. Max Cullen, this is the son of Mark Cullen now. Mark Cullen being Matt Cullen's younger brother and someone who played some college and professional hockey on his own. Max is what Coach Emmerman said, one of the most improved players in the offseason from last year to this year. He's the third-line center and excited to see what he brings to the table this year. And we're going to have a penalty on Wayzata. It was Michael Herman taking that one right into the heart of the Wayzata defense, and he got kind of hooked and slashed a little bit. We'll see which one is called, but it was a little bit of each. There's the slash, then he kind of follows through with the hook, so why not get them both ways? It's a penalty on Wayzata's Tori Schmidt, as Schmidt gets the gate.
It'd be key now for Moorhead to capitalize on this power play.
0 for 1 on the power play so far tonight for Moorhead. Last year they were at a 32% clip. Wayzata, solid penalty kill last year. Obviously, when you don't give up as many goals little goals as they did last year, you got to be pretty good on the kill. Moorhead working it around. Down the left side they go. Mickelson giving it off to Cullen. Cullen tried to walk it in and backhander got it tipped away by Day St. Hubert just at the nick of time. Now Kraft giving it to Mickelson. Goes over to the far side for Zimmerman. Bergeson looking as he surveys, goes back down low. Oh, Oh, Zimmerman, and bounces it to Cullen, and it's Brooks Cullen tipping it into the net for the Spuds' first goal of the game, and it's 2-1. Brooks Cullen.
Oh, they needed that one.
Career goal number 18. The captain of the Spuds, recent Michigan State commit, gets the Spuds back in this game with his first of the year.
Just good determination here, too. He stayed on top of it and got there just at the right time. Got a stick down quick.
You gotta love goals when you literally had to hit it 2 inches, right?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do is get a stick on it.
And sometimes that is the hardest. That's the longest 2 inches ever.
The play that made that play, I can't remember who exactly carried it thing. I think it was Bergeson. He brought it from the far side to the middle and then went back to the far side for Zimmerman, who that kind of just getting the defense to move around a little bit is kind of what opened things up for Cullen to be so wide open on the back door. And of course that puck had to bounce perfectly to get to him. So Moorhead 1 for 2 on the power play here tonight, cutting that lead to half, and we have a new game. Spuds will toss it into the zone. Just over 2.5 to go. Wayzata, let's see how they respond. And their first response is to knock the puck out of play and give themselves a defensive zone faceoff. So Moorhead trying to ride the momentum, see what they can do here as they put the next unit on the ice.
Well, a little extra adrenaline is working on that Spud bench right now.
It's got to feel good. Get the monkey up the back, get that first one. You know, kind of just struggling a little bit here in this game. At least offensively. Dave St. Hubert brings the puck up to the blue line, keeps with it as he chases it down into the corner. Wayzata, good job holding steady and keeping the puck into the zone, and a good looking chance right there is Jackson Hendricks had gotten that puck to the net and nearly had a scoring chance. He's a young sophomore getting some playing time. Excited about his future. He's a kid I've seen a lot of over the years. Played with my son on some summer teams, so I've seen him, and he's going to be great for Wayzata. They're going to be excited to have him. He's got quite the motor and a lot of skill.
Well, it's one thing about the Wayzata program. They never reload. They reload. They don't rebuild. Good youth program, good coaching all the way through the systems there. I coached against them for a lot of years.
Jackson's dad played college baseball at the University of North Dakota. So not hockey bloodlines, but definitely some athletic bloodlines, and Jackson's a good baseball player too. A little bit of action after that icing. Zimmerman taking offense to some action after the play from Ryder Alstein.
And Zach Zimmerman getting into it a little bit.
Gotta like the fight. Moorhead gonna get the correct defensive pair on the ice now. Asberger will kick out of the circle. Puck gets played to the point. Dave St. Hubert racing for that puck. Now it's Moorhead the other way, 2-on-1. A shot there from Zimmerman goes off the knob of the stick of Pellinger, and here comes Wayzata the other way. Dave St. Hubert trying to get up in the offense. We've seen him try to press a little bit. One thing he's done a good job of is just get north and south. Hasn't made anything materialize out of scoring chances, but his force and his effort just seem to get the puck at least deep into the zone. So, you know, you always get nervous with defensemen being aggressive offensively that they're going to turn it over. Well, it seems like his force and his strength just always make sure the puck gets deep, even if it doesn't really materialize into a scoring chance. Brooks Cullen on the defensive zone, face-off against Moldy on the offensive side, and they'll kick out Moldy on this one. And in comes Pyle. Pyle wins it cleanly to the point. Shot right on. Blocker save made in front by Senjin. And the rebound goes into the corner where the Spuds were able to flip it up over the top of the Wayzata defense. Nice regroup there by Clark for Wayzata, taking it all himself, all the way down the right side. Now behind the goal. Clark took it from one end to the other, all 200 feet. Now Moldy with it, plays it hard off the wall, but expecting that one was Simonich. Moorhead whacks it out of the zone, and here come the Spuds. Warner, 3 Trojans, and he's trying to draw the penalty. The Spuds fans are up in the air, so is Matt Cullens. And I don't think they're going to get the call that they want.
They should have. That was a great effort by Cullen.
Warner working his way down the left side there. The sophomore forward for the Spuds. He played last year as a freshman, but he was not eligible to play Bantam, so he's going to get 4 years of high school hockey. It's based on age. He got around the defense there. I don't know if there was a penalty there, actually. It looked worse than live. Cleanly, I thought it was a pretty good defensive play. That's my take.
Okay.
Cullen on the face-off win. Warner tries to find Huteri, who couldn't catch up to that puck. Ooh. Wayzata's able to get the puck out of the zone, but he paid the price. And that was Tate Rader, our first goal scorer of the game. On the icing, face-off comes back down inside the Wayzata zone. Look at this. Coach O'Leary with under a minute to go, trusting this third line in a big defensive zone face-off here. And I like this, Put them in spots to succeed. It's Cullen Bierman taking the face-off for Wayzata. Down low, tipped right on goal. Cullen got an opportunity. Now Moorhead, shot, blocked in front, tipped off the back of the net there. Trojans get control, a nice clean breakout. Here comes Day St. Hubert jumping up into the play. And it's Tate down the right side, hits it off the side of the net as he tried to feed it out front. Puck gets played down into the corner. Racing after it there was Mickelson. He hammered it off the wall but held in. And a great job done by Bierman to keep that puck down deep. Now Day St. Hubert pinching in. Great pass off front. Oh boy, that was an accidental pass as Bierman tried to tee up the one-timer. He feigned on it, but it ended up right on the stick of O'Connell. But I got to say, that's a great reaction out of the goaltender.
Yeah, Stendham did a great job there coming across. We'll see it. He kind of senses the player over there.
That would be a great pass if you intentionally did it, but it ended up just being a great kind of feed. But the momentum of Senjem really read that puck well. 6 seconds. Shot right on goal, and another chance in front. And he just couldn't quite get a grip. That was Tommy Colmenero. Oh man, Colmenero almost had a huge one for the Trojans.
He's going to be looking at that one all night in his dreams, for heaven's sakes. Wow.
Well, what a period. It started off very Spud heavy. Wayzata responded, at least in zone time and shots, but did not get one across the goal. And then ultimately the Moorhead power play with Brooks Cullen scoring makes it a 2-1 game. That sets us up for what's going to be a great third period. We are going to take a quick break, and then Jay Wilcox will be joined by head coach from Wayzata, Pat O'Leary. You are watching the 2004 Turkey Trot on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Trojans.
Thanks, Joe. Pat O'Leary, the Wayzata head coach, joins us. Moorhead, I thought, played a lot better second period, but you guys still hold the lead. What's your thoughts heading after 2 periods?
Obviously we, scored 2 in the first. You knew they were going to have a pushback. I think we changed a little bit of, we're not getting pucks winning zones as much as we did in the first period, which could be a little bit of nerves, whatever the case may be. Obviously we took a penalty. They scored. Their power play is phenomenal. We knew that coming in. So we got to stay out of the box. I think we had a good pushback in the last 5 minutes there. We got to match that in the first 5 minutes in this third period.
Yeah, you guys generated chances even after they had gotten that goal. Did you like the bounce back a little bit, the compete level?
Yeah, especially when you have kind of a younger, inexperienced team,
that's stuff you learn early in these games. So hopefully we'll come out in the third with a little bit more jam and keeping it simple, and maybe get one of those open net goals if we get another chance. Hopefully we can.
A lot of people around the rink were talking about your team in the first period coming out looking pretty good. Was that the start that you were looking for tonight?
Yeah, we were just talking about moving your feet, getting pucks where they're supposed to be, and playing fast and physical, and just his experience is what comes with that kind of stuff. So we'd hope to get another power play maybe here soon and just keep working. But our effort tonight has been great so far.
How valuable is it for these guys to get their feet wet out here?
Nothing compares. You don't learn much winning 10-0 in the first game. So this is going to be a one-goal game going to the third. We got to win the third period.
Thanks for joining us, Pat. Good luck in that third.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Pat O'Leary, Wayzata's head coach. His team leading Moorhead 2-1 now after 2 periods, after a good second period put up by the Spuds. Well, we're, of course, making our transition now from fall sports to winter sports here. And we had some great boys soccer in the area once again this year, with Maple Grove finishing as runner-up in Class 3A. Totino Grace was runner-up in Class 2A. And we've consulted with the local soccer coaches in the area, and we proudly present the 2024 CCX Sports All-Area Boys Soccer Team. We'll start our all-area boys soccer team with a strong group of defenders. Number 1, senior Frank Miller of Maple Grove was a Mr. Soccer finalist and Star Tribune Minnesota Player of the Year. A great leader on and off the field and a fierce 1v1 defender, Miller also chipped in 6 goals and hit the game-winning shootout goal in the Section 5 3A final. Number 5, senior Vincent Jacob helped Totino Grace to a state runner-up finish in Class 2A. The All-Northwest Suburban pick excelled at the back end and also chipped in with 2 goals and 5 assists for the Eagles. Number 3, Colin Ames quietly excelled for Maple Grove State 3A runner-up squad. The All-Northwest Suburban pick often drew the toughest defensive assignments and also had 2 goals and 3 assists for the Crimson. Number 19, Aliu Lama of Osseo was his team's Defensive Player of the Year. All-Northwest Suburban Conference pick Lama had a goal and an assist while drawing the opponent's top forwards. Our goalkeeper is Brett Rexine of Wayzata. The junior had 11 shutouts while earning All-Lake Conference status. A fearless keeper, Rexine led a new set of defenders from the back. Our midfielders include number 10, Jabari Kabisu, who had a great junior season for Totino Grace. The first-team All-State and All-Midwest pick had 24 goals and 6 assists and was the engine for the Eagles' offense. Also at mid, number 19, Jeremy Cordero of Wayzata. The Trojans' team MVP and a second-team All-State pick, Cordero is equally good defensively and on the attack. Cordero had 5 goals and 8 assists for the Trojans.
Traffic in front.
Number 10, Owen Hutto of Hopkins earned first-team All-State honors as a senior. The Royals' team MVP for offense, Hutto was a top 3 player in the Lake Conference and had 7 goals and 5 assists. Number 11, Ilan Chaudhry helped Breck reach the state Class A tournament as a junior. A first-team All-State and All-State tournament team pick, Chaudhry had a team-high 9 goals and 11 assists for the Mustangs. Number 10, Ike Duell of Maple Grove excelled on corner kicks and free kicks, wrapping up 12 assists to go along with 5 goals, including the game winner in the state semis. The senior was an All-State pick and was part of 4 straight Northwest Suburban title teams for the Crimson. Number 7, Sawyer Shelton of Hopkins excelled as a defensive midfielder as a senior. Shelton earned All-Lake Conference honors and had 4 goals and 4 assists while helping the Royals to the Section 6 3A final. Number 10, Muhammad Abdul Rahman of Armstrong is an All-State and Star Tribune All-Minnesota player. He's one of the best playmakers in the state, posting 9 goals and 10 assists for the Falcons. Our forwards include number 7, Kathima Sano of Champlain Park. The senior earned first-team All-State honors and was Rebels' offensive MVP. A dangerous attacker in all areas, Sano had 19 goals and 8 assists. Number 18, John Falla of Osseo was the Orioles' Offensive Player of the Year and an All-State pick. An electrifying attacker, Falla had 22 goals and 6 assists for a good Orioles squad. Number 7, Moses Kamara helped Armstrong to an 11-win season. The first-team All-State and Star Tribune All-Minnesota pick had an impressive 24 goals with 4 assists, coming through in the clutch repeatedly. Number 17, Everett Johnston, had a great junior season for state runner-up Maple Grove. Johnston had 15 goals and 10 assists to lead the Crimson in scoring and was an all-tournament team pick at state. Number 11, Josh Soke, senior scoring last season, finished a great career for Heritage Christian Academy with a stellar senior season. The first-team All-State pick had 22 goals and 5 assists. Number 10, Aiden Judicus of Wayzata rounds out our squad. The senior was a first-team All-State pick and had 12 goals and 5 assists and was one of the most dangerous attackers around. A great squad, the CCX All-Area Boys Soccer Team. These guys had great seasons too. The honorable mention picks for boys soccer.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Saturday ahead of me.
Geez, I guess you do. What time are you getting up?
5 a.m., but you know, I don't need to.
Yeah. I know, but
no, 10:30 a.m. game. We are back here at the Plymouth Ice Center, and we have some exciting second period highlights. You think Moorhead had a strategy in that second period? It was get to the net, and that's what they did. Let's take a look at the highlights. As you'll see early on, we called this the 5-shot shift. Moorhead just started piling pucks on goal, crashing the net. Tyler Bergeson in front there, Warner in front. Another shot here from a defenseman jumping into the play. That one misses wide, but they get it right back to the net there as Simonich sends it towards the net. That one got deflected wide. And then Moorhead gets right back to work again, throwing bodies at the front of the goal, creating some ruckus in front. You saw a little pushing and shoving, and then it gets really hot and heavy here. Like, easy for me to say. Good action in front there. Dave St. Hubert, we called that one out, gets away with a little bit of a punch to the face. And this one, a great opportunity for Wayzata, goes off the far post as Kyle almost got his own rebound goal. And that was the penalty right there that put Moorhead back on the power play, and we'll see what the Spuds do with it. It's this play right here. Bergeson brings it from the far side, then passes it back to the far side, and then a second effort by Zimmerman gets that puck to the back door where Brooks Cullen was waiting for the easy tap-in. And a near opportunity there for Wayzata's Tommy Colmanero to put the Trojans back up 2. That one fell by the wayside, and Moorhead survived late in that second period to come out still only down 2-1. Shots on goal through 2 periods, it's 20-16 now in favor of Wayzata. That period was 13-10 in favor of Moorhead. And scoring chances, even in the period, at 5-5, making it a total of 9-6. And you see the power play right there. Moorhead capitalizes on their second power play chance. They're 1 for 2. And Wayzata only with 1 chance in that first period, 0 for 1. So there you have it. Dan Fick and Joe Moline back here. Great second period hockey. Both teams on the ice here in the third. What do we expect here in this third period, Dan?
Well, the big thing about that period, Moorhead got themselves back in the game. They were being dominated big time, and you know, getting that goal and getting the opportunities they got, finally cashing them. Now we got a hockey game.
We're going to talk quickly about the pizza that our crew enjoyed to get ready for this game here tonight. Elmar's New York style pizza. Again, it's those huge New York style slices. You can call ahead, get a pie made for you, or you can just drop in and get a slice or 2 slices.
You won't regret it.
Nope.
You will not regret it.
And we thank them very much for supplying this team here tonight, because it takes a team to do this kind of production. I mean, CCX, you're not going to find a better high school hockey production across the state. They just do a great job. Been doing it year in and year out. And it's a great crew. best equipment. It's just an excellent thing. What a great thing that these athletes in this Northwest Suburbs have in CCX sports, and all their great effort bringing you the best of all the sports, and of course my favorite, hockey, here this winter.
Well, this should be a barn burner of the period here, Joe. 17 minutes to decide it all. Moorhead came back. This should go back and forth quite a bit now.
Off the draw, the Spuds do control. They go D to D and play the puck up to the neutral zone, but it's Wayzata regaining control as they come down the offensive side. Shot on goal there, just kind of a weak one by Ludke, trying to find someone in front. Oh, tipped in front by the defenseman from Moorhead. Nearly caused some issues there, but Stenjem was able to respond. Now Day St. Hubert will play it off the near wall.
Would have been a golden opportunity, but offside there, but I got jumping all over it.
Quick shifts to start the third period, as both teams will. Wayzata shifts it up, and Moorhead will keep Cullen's line on the ice, but switch up their D pair. Off the faceoff, Simonich goes D to D, and dumping it in was Default. Moorhead on the forecheck. Cullen tries to hit Default. That one a little bit too far, and now Moorhead will have to regroup. A turnover there at the line, though. And here comes Calmanero down the right side. Calmanero gets pushed off the puck by Simonich. Now Calmanero gets it back. He'll play it to the near point. Clark goes D to D. That shot gets blocked by Bergeson. And now it's O'Connell with it. O'Connell trying to wheel his way in. Shot it. I don't know if that puck made it to the net or not, but here comes Moorhead the other way. 3-on-2 at the line,
Offside.
and they are offsides as he went and passed it right there at the line, and on the far side there, just a stride ahead of it was Bergeson.
The only play he had was to dump it in. They had the blue line covered really well. He couldn't have gone across ice with that if he'd gone across the blue line.
Again, I've been really impressed with Wayzata's defense gap control. They're using that line to their advantage. You saw it right there. Good sticks, good gap control from this Trojan defense all night long. Another face-off win for Moorhead. They'll go D to D. In this one, they'll do a cross-ice dump into the near corner. Race for it there. Moorhead trying to play it back down low. This one does do the job. And grabbing it there is Fallon. And Wayzata comes back into the offensive zone with Peterson chasing after it. Leaving it there for Kurtz. To the point it goes. That shot. Traffic in front. Stefan gained control, played it to the wall. Weakly on goal, but Stenjem still kind of got handcuffed a little bit as he made the save, but pushed it into the corner rather than covering. Now it's Zimmerman. Zimmerman going cross ice. Zimmerman getting the feed back from Mickelson, and Mickelson might have wanted to pull the trigger there, but he was looking for the great play. Oh, Zimmerman down low. A second attempt there as he feigned on the first one. Zimmerman fed it down to Mason Kraft. Kraft kind of feigned on the first shot, got a second one, but again, Ryan Pellinger.
If he could just get it up a little bit higher. He just couldn't quite get a full grasp on it. Nice play right there, though. Missed it, lobbed it, and then he just couldn't get it high.
Yeah, stuck with it, but I mean, just really in good butterfly position there, Pellinger. There wasn't much to shoot at as he had covered the bottom side of the entire net quite well. Ooh, that one had eyes. Pellinger with a stick on that one, otherwise that was going top left. Moorhead getting control now. Max Cullen fed it to the point. Shot deflected there off the stick of DeVig. He was trying to walk in and put a shot on goal. Boy, I don't know what, we don't have enough hands up here to keep all the stats, but Wayzata's shot block total is pretty high here tonight.
Yes.
I'm sure it's something they keep track of as a team because it's so important in the game of hockey. Whoa.
Well, that second period just breathed life into the Spuds now, and you can see that as they come out here in the third period.
Wayzata off the Moorhead turnover will push the puck into the zone. Bergeson swings it around. Moldy was waiting for it there for Wayzata. He stays on his feet, but then ends up turning it over as he was looking for some help. Moorhead will tip the puck in towards the goal. Pellinger left it there for his D behind the net. Good battle along the near side. Moldy comes away with for Wayzata. Hit Day St. Hubert, who was checked off the puck immediately. And now Moorhead regrouping inside their own zone. Puck ends up in the slot area. Handled there by Zimmerman.
Whoa!
Oh, there. What happened there?
That corner again. That corner is cursed or luck for you, depending on who you are.
Absolutely. Here comes a chance for Bergeson, left side. Shot right on. Pellinger handles that one cleanly. Now Zimmerman racing after the puck. Winning the race there was Pyle. He got it to the line, but not out. And now Bergeson on his backhand, wheels his way in, spins, puts it on fire.
There you go.
Did we hear a whistle? There was a whistle, no goal. This is the second no goal call of the night as the net was off. Again, the official all over it. He's not even fixing that, he's pointing at it. I want everyone to see why I blew my whistle. I heard the whistle, but he wasn't really doing anything with his hands immediately.
Oh, I want to see this. I want to see how that net came off. That was just a brilliant play.
Look at this Bergeson play here. Spins, centers it.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Net's off right there.
Yep.
And it was Zach Zimmerman who gets that goal disallowed. Second disallowed goal of the night for Moorhead. Both of them looking like the whistle. I mean, knowing that the whistle definitely came in time. There's a one-on-one chance. Oh, we're going to have a penalty after this. You got to call that.
Yep, you got to call it.
Zach Zimmerman, after getting one goal disallowed, ends up in a one-on-one battle with Ryan Pellinger, with Pellinger getting the dub. And then adding insult to injury, Zimmerman gets decked in the back, maybe the back of his head after the play, and there's no call.
No call.
I don't know if they thought he embellished or what. Interesting.
Even so, a shot to the head, that stick's got to stay low.
We'll take a quick replay real quick. And there's the chance. As Pellinger makes the save. It looks like we didn't quite track the almost penalty, but that's all good. Good save by Pellinger. Boy, he's been fantastic the last few attempts there. He's kept this lead intact. Not bad for your first varsity game, only allowing one goal and 22 shots now to this Spuds team so far through 2 periods and 4.5 minutes. There's a shot on goal that got deflected and made it more difficult for St. Jim. Here comes Brooks Cullen, and Cullen puts it right into the mitt of Pellinger. And again, a little bit of action after every whistle right now. Like to see the intensity from both sides.
Well, it's a one-goal game. I mean, it's tense, and any little thing is going to make a difference here. One mistake is going to cost somebody. We get a good look here. Oh, yeah, right to the back of the head. It was a little embellished.
A little embellished. That's probably why you let it go. It wasn't quite as aggressive as it might have looked like.
So that's our first Oscar of the evening so far.
Yeah. First nominee. Trojans play the puck into the Spud zone. Good battle for it on the near side. And scooped up and taken out by Hasbargen. He gets it ahead to Cullen. Brooks Cullen loses it. And Hasbargen has it go off his skate. And just barely out of the zone. Moorhead needs to get back on side as Wayzata plays it up to the neutral zone. And now it's Schmidt. Schmidt's had a good, strong game here today. He's been all over the place. Does have a penalty,
yes,
but has a lot of effort all over the place as well. Bergeson grabbing the puck. His pass deflected and controlled now by Bierman. And Bierman will dump it in as all 5 Trojans head to the bench and get some fresh Trojans on the ice. Nice lead pass up to the blue line. A shot right there off the stick of Max Cullen, missed wide. And Day St. Hubert plays it forward now for Pyle, who brings it in. Pyle to Moldy. Moldy, not a huge player, but battles really well. Has got a lot of fight in him. Now Wayzata with a good back check there. Taking that attempt away was Ryder Alsteed, one of the defensemen for Wayzata, getting back into the play. Now Day St. Hubert will bank it off the boards to Moldy, who played it forward. And now it's the Spuds who control. Mickelson behind his goal, skating in on his own through the neutral and into the Wayzata zone. Gets stood up there as he tried to take on Carson Clark. And now Wayzata will bank it off the boards out of the zone, and they will have an icing and a face-off coming up inside their zone.
Yeah, that was just a give me some relief icing right there. They've been out there a long time, the Trojans, so they got a nice change there. But Moorhead's coming here. Moorhead's coming. Yeah, the Trojan defense has been really good so far tonight, though, too. They've been blocking a lot of shots, and they've been taking bodies, and they need to. Moorhead's got to start taking their shots instead of trying to make a perfect play.
There's a chance in front. The puck deflected cleanly on the stick of Zimmerman, and a second chance from Bergeson, who pulled one right on. Puck gets played out of the zone now by Wayzata. Back to get it there is Simonich. Ends up back to default. Banked into the Wayzata zone. Bergeson getting away from a couple of Trojans. Gets it over to Zimmerman. Goes cross ice to Cullen. He couldn't handle that puck in his skates. And now Simonich with the puck. Gets it to Cullen, who deflects it into the zone. And Wayzata will toss it in as O'Connell will head to the bench for a line change. Simonich skating after this one from Moorhead. Played it north and out of the zone. Now he gets it back. Zimmerman on the near side. Ends up back to Simonich again. And it's Simonich again with the puck. He'll try the near side. Zimmerman tipped it forward to Max Cullen. And Wayzata again getting the puck up and out of the zone. It's Pyle. That was Peterson, rather.
Boy, I tell you, if the Spuds don't get that thing in clean, I'll tell you what, that defense is stepping up for the Trojans.
They're making the zone entries really hard.
Yep.
The one play Moorhead seems to have is that cross-ice pass, but even then, they're not making it cleanly because there's such good sticks and there's such tight coverage. They're getting it over there, but a lot of times it's in the skates or it's off the wall. There's not that clean feed across because Wayzata is just, again, so defensively strong. I asked Coach O'Leary that. Because I do watch a lot of youth hockey, I said, what's interesting about your squad is, Wayzata has developed a real big tradition of being just really tough to play against. They're just very good defensively for, the better part of Coach O'Leary's career. I think you said he was here 11 years.
Yep.
For the last 7, they've been one of the best defensive teams in the state year in and year out, and they play against some of the best teams in the state. So, and I said that it's not like it's like that at Pee Wees and Bantam. So he's doing something right here at the high school level where he really gets players to buy in.
Well, Pat made a career, especially at Minnesota. He was a great defensive forward, probably one of the best in the country when he was in college.
Well, and I kind of think and this is just my own theory, is Wayzata is so deep and has so many good hockey players in their school that it's like either play this way or you don't play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think how does he do it? It's because, guess what? If you're not going to do it, he will.
Yep, he will. I'll play him too. No big deal. You can sit if you want to.
Yeah. So I think the entryway to playing hockey at Wayzata is you got to play this way.
Yeah. Well, if you look at all levels too, especially at the top levels of D1 college and pro hockey, it's built from the pipes out.
It's the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
All the cute little stuff that you see of kids scoring a lot of goals and not playing defense, guess what? You don't see that in college hockey.
Nope.
You got to play defense.
Yep.
Moorhead now. 8 minutes to go in regulation. They bring the puck into the zone. Brooks Cullen. Oh, he had Zimmerman streaking down the right side, just not clean on the pass there, but had the right idea.
They just can't get it to a point where they can pull the trigger at a good spot.
Simonich trying to play some catch back there, but gets some good forecheck from, it was Tate who had the first goal of the game. Tate Rader, again, showing when he gets ice time, he's making things happen out there. The kid's going to earn some more minutes, no doubt about it.
No ice.
No ice. Day St. Hubert back to get it. Takes it behind his goal. Stays on his forehand. Plays the puck off the wall. Gets some help from Moldy, who chips it out to the middle. And back into the zone come the Spuds. Zimmerman, that time he skips it up over a stick, finds Bergeson, who fires the puck up and over the net. And here comes Pyle into the zone. Pyle on his backhand, tried to get to his forehand. Boy, did he get handled. Mason Ballin was having none of that. Now it's Moldy. He has his shot blocked. Good defensive shift there from Mickelson. Might have been Mickelson on the big hit. I might have called the wrong name. Mickelson was the big hit. So sorry, Mickelson got the big hit, got the block shot there. Good defensive shift from Mickelson. Now scooping it up and coming into the zone. Ludke, his shot right on. Stenjum got it in the glove, covered up, didn't quite handle it as cleanly as he would have liked, but was quick to cover.
Good hard shot from Lukey there, boy. That was a heavy shot. He's got a good wrister.
Shots in favor of the Trojans right now, 28-25, 6:14 to go in this third period. And it's starting to get into crunch time.
Face off, face off, face off. Just a clean win.
Clean win for the Trojans and a shot right on. And boy, he saw that one well. Charlie Stenjum got nice and low and saw that one. Stenjum saw that one right into the gut. No rebound to be had.
Things are getting a little tense out there now in front, especially now both teams got to control their tempers. It's too close a game.
Buck tipped it out of the zone by the Spuds. Scooped up now. Clark goes D to D. Pass gets deflected. Intercepted by Simonich. And this one will travel the distance for an icing on Moorhead. And jumping the boards for Moorhead is the...
What I really like, though, is both these teams, I mean, they're just going at it full tilt, 100%, 110% all the way through. It's just fun to watch the flow in this game.
They had thought that Brooks Cullen was going to play with Mason Kraft and Hasbergen, and they've really switched things up this period where they got Brooks Cullen playing with Zimmerman and Warner, or sorry, Zimmerman and Bergeson, my bad. And so that's a new line here that they're trying to go with. The Zimmerman gets his shot deflected by Day St. Hubert, up and out of play. And Wayzata will bring a new unit onto the ice. And here we go, Jackson Hendricks getting some ice time, along with McCoy Kurtz. And Drew Peterson on this shift for Wayzata, playing against Moorhead's best. Puck gets played into the Moorhead zone. Brooks Cullen gets away from the forecheck and then played the puck off the glass and out of play, so we'll have a face-off inside the Spud zone. Offensive zone face-off now for that same unit of Wayzata forwards that I just called out. Moorhead will bring a new set of forwards onto the ice for themselves. Carver Hasbergen will take the face-off for the Spuds. Puck gets played back down low behind the goal. Up the wall, chipped out to center. St. Martin calmly plays the puck right back to his forward. And Wayzata's able to chip the puck up over the top of the defense and into the zone. Moorhead, little D-to-D action on the near side.
Seeing the Trojans going to a 1-2-2 now. They're going to send one forechecker in and two guys back, staying about halfway up. They're not going real deep.
Nice breakout pass there, bringing the center into play. Now they're going to activate the defenseman into the zone as Mickelson gets around one player, shot right on as he tried that near post. That was a beautiful breakout from Moorhead.
Yeah.
Couple of great passes. Like as I said, they activated the defenseman to get that extra skater into the offense, and it was beautiful. Well done. It's like they work on this kind of stuff. Mickelson, nice job hiding that puck from the defenseman.
It's nice to see it this early in the season, you know, as they're pulling stuff together. But, you know, they got a lot of veteran returners coming back, and They don't have to do too much as far as get some chemistry going.
Trying to find Bergerson in front. And that was, again, the Wayzata defense up to the challenge. This one icing waved off. Moorhead with Simonich behind his own goal. Plays it to Default, who plays it off the wall ahead for Bergerson. And this one gets pushed into the Wayzata bench. 4:09 to go late in this third period with a 2-1 lead for Wayzata. And Moorhead has to get their, they got their top line on the ice now, and it's probably one of those situations where we're going to see a lot of them here down the stretch. Still no even strength goals here for Moorhead. They are 1 for 2 in the power play for their lone goal. Wayzata, both goals come in even strength play, and both goals in the first period for Wayzata. Trojans dump it in. Back to play it there is Stenjum. Zimmerman can't get it out of the zone, and it's hammered back in. Racing after it there goes Pyle. Pyle's been fun to watch here tonight too.
Oh, yeah.
Just really been aggressive. They lost the puck right there, kind of because the referee was kind of in the space of Wayzata. And now here just Colmenero. He tosses into the zone. Stenjum, puck was nice and slow, faked out the 1-4 checker for Wayzata. Was able to help that breakout. And now it's Zimmerman playing it softly into the Wayzata zone. And that puck went off a player on the bench from Wayzata, so that's going to be an offensive zone face-off opportunity for Moorhead. So Moorhead will have Max Cullen take the draw here. Bergerson on the right side. On the left side, at the forward spot, it's Evan Warner. But it's Wayzata, however, that wins the face-off, gets it out cleanly, gets it into the zone, and nice job running over Simonich. Aggressive play there from Ben Neuenfeld. Now Bergerson, here side to Simonich. He walks into the zone, puck's up on its edge, but he fed it out front. Now here comes a chance. Shot on. Oh, tracking it well in front there was Pellinger. That puck made it through. He either made the save or it hit traffic, but he was quick to pounce on that puck that was sitting there. Saw it well.
I think it hit a D on the shoulder and bounced up.
Evan Warner walked that one in, had a great look. Look at Warner using his eyes, looking. Yep, again, it hit a couple bodies in front, I think, but it was well tracked by the goaltender right there, Ryan Pellinger, who's had just an awesome game here tonight.
Now we got our timeout, so we'll see when they're going to pull the goalie and who they're going to put out there. I'm sure Cullen's line's going to be out there for sure.
So just a reminder, there's great hockey action here tomorrow on CCX, as the crew will be back on site for what should be a nice night of hockey as well. It's Moorhead and Edina in the first game, and Maple Grove and Wayzata in the second.
You got it. I mean, you can't ask for much more, can you?
It sounds like a state tournament.
Yeah. Oh,
Maple
man.
Grove will have to see what kind of pushback they got. They gave up 5 goals in that the second period. They got really pounced on in the second period, but that third period must have been a pretty good response. I didn't catch much of it, but they held the fort.
Yeah, they did. They evened it out pretty good, and you know, those first games are always a tough one, and it hurt them bad, especially that first period for Maple Grove, but they'll come back. I'm not worried about that, but these games tomorrow are going to be really good. Maple Grove and Wayzata, I mean, these two play each other quite frequently. They don't like each other.
And let's face it, hockey fans, let's talk about the elephant in the room, this Mason West. I mean, he's a special athlete. What he just did on the football field this season,
yes,
as the Edina quarterback, and all the touchdowns and yards he threw for, and then to jump out of the rink first night, score 2 goals, look as good as he did. What an incredible athlete we get a chance to watch here, right here in Minnesota.
Oh, he's not an athlete at all. He's got no skills whatsoever. I mean, my gosh.
6'5", great hockey player, great quarterback, and he's a junior. Enjoy it while you have it, because these guys don't come around every day.
Just a question of which sport he's going to go in college here.
And word on the street is he's a pretty good baseball player as well. It's just
Gee,
like,
why does that not surprise you,
it's like
Joe?
one of those kids, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't want to put such big names up in front of him, but he's got the kind of the feel of that Paul Martin, Joe Mauer type stuff. Now Mauer, that's a huge name, but Mason West has done some similar things in high school sports. Played for Edina as a freshman. That alone right there.
But the names you mentioned, they did okay.
Yeah,
they did okay.
They did okay. Brooks Cullen gets out of the face-off circle, gets kicked out there. Bergeson will jump in. And now Wayzata tipping the puck out. A little bit too much on that one. It's just going to end up with another face-off inside their zone.
Important thing is they're keeping that goaltender in the net.
Yeah, it's not one of those early pulls. Some coaches very aggressive, like to pull their goal early. A lot of times coaches, I think in this situation, you want to see what kind of possession your team is going to have as you wait a little bit late.
Boy, that was a mistake. You've got to get that puck deep. You can't let it hit somebody. You got to miss him.
Trojans get the puck, try to chip it in the zone. They don't get the puck deep either. Now here comes Moorhead the other way. Kraft tried to play the puck to the middle, and there was nobody there for Moorhead. Wayzata regroups to the near side. That one gets tipped towards the Moorhead line by Lutke.
Uh-oh, here we
comes
go.
a goal opportunity, and he's denied!
Oh, my God, I love it.
Chris Pyle had a chance to perhaps put the game away, but he gets denied. And then there was a lot of action behind the play.
There was a hit going on behind, but look at this save. Oh, that glove. I think he'll want a tape of that.
Charlie Stenjem keeping the Spuds' hopes alive here in the third period, makes that glove save. It almost took away from the great save was all the chaos that was going on in the neutral zone, and it was Kraft who got tied up with another Trojan player, and I can't quite see the number on the far side there in the penalty box. It appears to be perhaps Ryder Alsteed. I'm not really sure. Either him or Clark. I see a 5 on the shoulder, but I don't know if it's 15 or 5. Both of them are defensemen for the Trojans, so it's looking like Clark to me, but we'll hold steady. See if we can hear from the PA announcer. It takes Kraft off the ice for Moorhead, one of their offensive weapons. Trying to get back into this game. As you see him in the bench, or in the penalty box, rather. Cullen gets tossed out of the faceoff circle again. This linesman just had it with Brooks Cullen on the faceoffs. Moorhead with a little design play here off the draw. They try to play it off the near wall, and it's going to end up on net. So a pretty good result there out of Moorhead. They're trying to spring a forward, Bergeson out of the zone, but it ended up with the angle. Ended up on net, and it's going to end up with an offensive zone faceoff. So not bad.
Plan B.
Yeah.
Plan B worked out okay.
All right, let's see if Cullen cannot get kicked out of a faceoff, as he will line up for this one against Moldy. He wins the draw for a moment, but it was Day St. Hubert read it so well that it didn't matter that they won the faceoff. He pounced on it, but he is the one that also ices the puck, so he'll see if he can do it again. 1:33 to go in the third. Little by little, this game is creeping to the end, but there's so many whistles here down the stretch, that clock seems like it's frozen. Brooks Cullen will take the draw, goes down to one knee, gets it back to the point. Now a shot. Ooh, that one missed. As Mickelson was maybe looking for a backdoor play. Now Mickelson gets it back. This one, yes! Yes! Brandon Mickelson ties it up for Moorhead from the left point. It definitely hit something, but it was Mickelson who appears to be the goal scorer, as now it's 2-2, Trojans and Spuds.
Hit that upper right-hand corner. It was just a boomer of a shot. He just lifted it and ripped it up there.
Either that puck had some eyes or it hit something. I thought my naked eye thought it hit something.
No, just a lot of bodies. He didn't see it. It skipped by a few of them.
I'll tell you, that kind of goes back to that face-off one. You know, I talked about how Cullen kept on getting kicked out of the dot.
Yep.
And that time he held steady, but he got down on one knee and he just shoveled that thing back to the left point. You know, Mickelson's first attempt, they didn't get the shot, but just the control in general through the effort on that face-off, pretty big play there from Cullen as well. Well, Mickelson's had a very good night tonight, and he's been one of the physical forces back there at defense and gets rewarded there with a big goal for the Spuds. Well, let's see what the home team can do as a response. They got the big crowd behind them here. And now they're going to switch from defensive hockey to see if they can push a little bit to get the dub. Moorhead again on a play right there that does not work in their favor because it hits the glass and takes a weird carom. Now the Spuds will rim it around. Bergeson waiting for it at the blue line. Hits Cullen in the middle. And it's Brooks Cullen will play this one down. It ended up on edge, which made it kind of grab some momentum, and it's icing, but Moorhead doesn't love that call, but the puck did end up on edge and roll faster. I mean, if the puck would have stayed flat, it probably wouldn't have made it, but it picked up some momentum. So that'll create a face-off opportunity here for Wayzata. Chris Pyle taking the draw for the Trojans. Pyle wins it. Lutke tries to put it out front. Day St. Martin threw it through the slot area. Now it's Moldy, banks it off the glass into the Moorhead zone. And DeVig will bounce it into the Wayzata zone.
Good
Day
smart
St. Martin
play.
taking his time. Nice pass up there. Little drop pass looking for Lutke. Lutke spins around, gets it back on his backhand, gets it towards the net, goes off a skate in front, and goes weakly on goal where Stengem's able to cover.
Are we looking at overtime here, Joe?
Well, with 14.2, odds are we are. But you know what? You never know. Between Wayzata able to win a faceoff and get some offense, between Moorhead and their breakout plays off winning faceoffs in the defensive zone.
Well, there's plenty of time either way. 14.2 is a long time.
And Cullen wins another faceoff for Moorhead. This one held down there in the corner, swung around to Bergeson with 7 seconds. He's going to try to hit Hasbargen, who hits Cullen. Cullen gets behind the defense, shot right on! Woo. That one, not exactly what Coach O'Leary wanted to see in those last seconds.
I bet you the heart was a fluttering there in Mr. O'Leary's chest, I'll tell you. What a great play, my gosh.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. It's hard to be a coaching staff on that Wayzata side. You had the victory in hand, let it go, and then you almost, darn nearly after an offensive zone face-off with 14 seconds left, a scoring chance by the top offensive player from your opposition. So, as you can see, not too happy. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back for free hockey. It's overtime hockey next. The 2004 Turkey Trot here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
It's overtime hockey here at the Plymouth Ice Center. Turkey Trot and a quick scoring chance right off the draw as Carver Hasbargen racing down the right side. Didn't have much to shoot at, which is why he probably missed over the net, because you're trying to be so perfect.
Well, at this point, if you're in OT, sudden death, you shoot the puck. I don't care where, shoot the puck. There's no bad shot here.
High school hockey, 8-minute overtimes. And a shot right there. As much as they call this a tournament, it's really just, it's games. So there's no going to be a shootout or need to have a winner. These are just kind of scheduled games. We know who's playing whom tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they could play to a tie, but right now we're going to see if we can find a winner. Brooks Cullen taking the offensive zone, but it's Moldy who wins the faceoff for Wayzata. Wayzata with a nice breakout pass right there. And it's Pyle who tosses it into the zone. Stenjim comes back and plays it behind his net. Kraft with it. He'll flip it up to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck here. Bergeson tried to feed it to the middle. Bergeson racing after it. Pyle loses it at the wall. Bergeson trying to get it back from Kraft. Bergeson gave it to Kraft. Kraft wanted to hit him back, and now Kraft's going to get thrown on the ice because he took a couple whacks at the goalie. It's one of those ones where everyone's got to settle down. You hit the goalie in the hand, and you got pushed down for it. It's either we call both of them or we just be quiet.
It's going to take a dramatic, drastic, disgusting penalty to get one called here.
See the attempt to go to Bergeson on the back door. You'll see Kraft come in here. He gets the goalie a little bit of a stick action. And
sure he does.
There's a price to be paid.
Yep.
32 to 31 shots. I mean, can we get more even, folks? 2-2 on the scoreboard, and shots, just one shot separating the two. The Spuds now leading in shots. That's over because that's a shot right there. 32-32 now on that little flip shot.
Good play by the goalie, too. Those bouncers are, it's like having a knuckleball coming at you.
How about Coach O'Leary and his ability to just show confidence in kids? Jackson Hendricks is on the ice. He's a sophomore. He's probably played about 3 or 4 shifts tonight.
Mm-hmm.
First in his career. Go out there and play an overtime against Moorhead. Let's go. See what you got. I love that mentality from the Wayzata coaching staff.
That's why Pat's been one of the most successful coaches in Minnesota high school hockey.
Puck gets tossed into the zone. 6:40 to go. Moorhead rims it around. Puck bounces over the stick of the defenseman. It's a race for the puck. Hasbargen giving chase. Dave St. Martin goes behind the net. Even when he couldn't handle the puck, he does a good job of pinning it up and controlling it. Just what a good defenseman he is. Trying to get some help. Puck squirts loose, and it's Hendricks now with it for the Trojans. He hits on the breakout. Drew Peterson who dumps it in. Now Stenjim will try to lead the breakout as Hasbargen tips it upwards to Max Cullen. Max Cullen gets by the defender but does not bring the puck with him. Now it's Zimmerman. He tried to hit Hasbargen, but Hasbargen had gone down to the ice. That was no help. Nicholson, who's the reason why we're in overtime, plays it upwards. Oh, a late offsides call. Oh, goodness. I don't know if it was offsides or not, but it was late. That was the problem. That was probably the frustrating part for Moorhead. And if it wasn't offsides, the referee's saying, where did that pass come from? Did it come from back at the blue line? Because if that's the case, the faceoff comes back to the Wayzata blue line. So they're going to get the faceoff right. 5:57 to go in this extra session.
That's just good roughing, too. Double checking and talking to each other. And, that's why you got more than one out there.
Ballin plays it off the far wall. Now he'll have to chase it down inside his own zone. Maddox Ballin behind his own goal. Up to Clark. Clark trying to get away from the forecheck of Brooks Cullen. And then Ballin helps him out by dumping it in. Stenjim getting more and more comfortable stopping the puck behind his net and helping on the breakout. He's gotten better as this game's gone along. Not that he struggled in the opening period, but just looks more confident and looks really solid now. Shot right on there. Big blocker save. Speaking of good goaltending, as that was a chance for Mickelson, and Mickelson's trying to head to the bench and get his team's attention.
There were a couple shots there. He stayed right on him, too. He did a nice job.
Watch Pellinger here. He goes down a little early, but he stays tall despite the fact being in the butterfly, and he needed to be tall because that puck had every indication that it might be going top shelf. Take a look at this shot. This one's going, this one's going in the corner.
Yes, it is.
Again, strong effort from Tate Rader to get that puck in front, and it was Schmidt who got it on net, and Rader almost got his second of the night on an rebound on front, and it was almost game over Wayzata. Moorhead mishandling that one. It's Simonich back to get it inside his own zone. The cool, calm sophomore defender plays it up to the Wayzata blue line. Puck is loose right there. Warner comes away with it, but a good stick there from Schmidt pushes it to the neutral zone. Now Warner has that one taken away by Day St. Martin. Bierman trying to get the puck for Wayzata, unsuccessful. And here comes Warner back into the zone. Little leaves it for Kraft. Kraft, backhander out front. Nobody home there for the Spuds. And now it's Moldy. Here comes Mickelson into the offensive zone for Moorhead. Mickelson spins away from Day St. Martin. Now off the boards to Bergeson. Bergeson to the point for Kraft. Kraft shoots it, hits the goaltender in the chest. Rebound out front opportunity. And Pellinger able to cover. Let's take a look at some of the great offense that's happening.
Look at that.
Yep, puck was just in the skates there. I was wondering where that one went.
This is really a good shot here right now, too. It got him by surprise. It was a hard riser. Couldn't bury it into his chest right away. This has been a fun hockey game. This has been fun to watch.
Spuds now ahead on the shots. 36-32. Pellinger with 34 saves now in his first high school varsity start. Moldy with some energy into the offensive zone. Puts it to the back of his skates. Tries to leave it for a teammate there, but it was taken away by Zimmerman. Now it's Pyle who will play it back down low. Luke Key couldn't catch up to that one. Turnover. Nope, not a turnover. The puck kind of went under the stick there of Moldy. Wayzata will toss it right back in with 3:15 to go in the overtime session. Moorhead plays the puck to the line, ends up right on the stick of Hasbargen. He's got Max Cullen streaking down the left side, put a shot right on. And a great play clearing that rebound by Clark. Now Clark skates it up past center ice. Into the slot it goes, a shot right there from Drew Peterson. Gets cleared out now. Brooks Cullen was waiting at the far blue line if someone could see him and get him the puck. And we're gonna get an icing call here. Moorhead happy with that one. They've had issues with the icings and offsides tonight. They like that one because that was a stride short.
Really good point there. Nice opportunity here.
It was a good play. That's a shoot for the pass. You know, the passing lane's not there. Throw it off the goalie nice and low. It's a very smart shot on goal. And it almost worked up perfection, if not for the great defensive play there by Carson Clark. We have a goalie injury on that play? Oh no. Pellinger is headed to the bench, and he's seeking some help from the trainer. Hopefully this is equipment, huh? Maybe this is equipment, but this looks like it's a medical. Yep, it's medical.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Sammy Swan entering the game for Wayzata. Sammy Swan has not played a varsity minute, and he's going to come in here late without a warm-up and finish this game off in overtime. How about that? Well, let's hope that Pellinger's okay.
Thought about getting into the fire. Holy buckets.
Swan into the game for Wayzata. Day St. Martin rushes the puck out of the zone. Has his pass go off the skates of his teammate. That leads to some offense on this side from Kraft. He centered it in front. Brooks Cullen tried to one-time it. Second effort from Bergeson. Kraft on the doorstep, and he can't bury it.
How about that? How about that?
Kraft had the game on his stick. Now the puck gets played to the line. Simonich holds it. Down low it goes to Kraft. He tries to center. Intercepted by Day St. Martin. He'll calmly rock the baby. Give it to Ballin. His pass a little bit too far, but it goes off a stick of Moritz. The icing is going to be waved off. Under 2 to go in overtime. Default. Simonich. Bergeson at the line. Plays it cross ice. Max Cullen after it. looked for Kraft and hopped over his stick. Bergeson, great hustle to retreat and get it. Bergeson to Simonich. Shot gets blocked. Wayzata to the line, out of the zone. And O'Connell down the left side. Simonich defends it well. Now to the point. Shot, goal! George Erickson with a nasty snapshot from the point.
Mr. Pesky all game. Mr. Pesky, and he gets the game winner. It's a heck of a shot. We'll get a good look at that. Ooh. Oh, that was blistered. That was blistered. What a way to end the game. My gosh.
Wayzata regroups in overtime and gets the victory that slipped through their fingertips in the third period, but they win it in overtime off a shot from the point by George Erickson.
But both teams coming out and just competing. This is an up-down game from the get-go. Even high into overtime was back and forth. It's a shame somebody had to lose it, but boy, what a way to open up your season here.
For Erickson, it's his second career goal. None probably bigger than that one. Who knows what last year's goal was? It's a distant memory. This one's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Sammy Swan comes in, makes a couple of big stops just for them, keeps it intact, and he gets the W. And let's hope that Ryan Pellinger's okay, because he had one heck of a game here tonight.
He got him there, by gosh. You know, you just hope he doesn't do in a severe, groin pull or something that'll keep him out for a while. But both teams just giving everything they got out here. The sweat factor was huge for both teams.
All right, there's your final. Wayzata 3, Moorhead 2. The good news is that this was a fantastic way to end night one. The even better news, we get to do it again tomorrow.
That's
yes. Right, Moorhead and
Tune
Edina tomorrow night for the first game, and then it's Wayzata Maple Grove. Thanks for watching. It's the Turkey Trot on CCX. We'll see you tomorrow night.